Hello. I'm gonna do some dev work for a bit. Uh, and it's called Strem-ing. It's a good play on words there, because the app's called Strem. Anyway, right, what have I got on my to-do list today? I think I've got to add stuff to Twitch. To Twitch functionality. There's so many projects in here now. Like Twitch, yes. Did I rename that to V4? Should rename that to V4 as well. While I'm here. I mean, there we go. Just completely change everything. Yeah, delicious. Right, there we go. That'll do for that. Actually, maybe it should be .v4. Oh yeah, maybe that makes more sense actually. .v4. Then yeah, then the other one could be .v5 and that. Yeah, whatever. Hey, non-strem, non-man. The kids have gone out to a pie. And Jim was like, "You just stay at home, you do what you want." So like, you know what? I've got some dev words to do. I'll just strem it. I'll strem it. Here all night. Well, no, it's a lie. I'm not here all night. But yeah. Yes, I thought I've added validation recently. I know it's rare. Yeah, have a look at this. I've got because I don't think. I mean, I mentioned it briefly in the channel, like that. I wanted to add it in, but the problem is I don't. Everybody was like, "Oh, we'll just have a save button and things." I'm like, I don't like that as a user. I wrote the damn thing, and I keep forgetting to press the save button. So nobody else is gonna. It's like if I open this now and I go, nah, rubbish. He goes, whoa, validation errors, bro. And then look at this flash, and it's like wrong, error, don't do this. And if I try to actually go through and oh, see, there's the thing for you. Every 10 minutes, type in visit in Lipstick Dreamers channel. You enjoyed that one, didn't you? Bags of clothes in the attic. I know, that's the thing. They grow up so fast. They just churn through clothes. You're like, whoa, slow down a bit. Right, I want some more. Let's get some on host and stuff done in the Twitch things. Where do they live? Flows. You having a good day so far then? Generally? Oh, that's optional. I don't need to worry about that. Oh my goodness. 2 to 3s already. Yeah, that is a bit crazy, isn't it? On Twitch. Right, what was on my to-do list down here? Let me rearrange my windows elsewhere, because it's a little bit crazy. Right, so add on raid, on Twitch raid trigger. Yeah, I mean, he does. To-do list, free to-do list, what do you mean? What do you mean to do this? You know he add. Well, you can't manually add to-do items. You have to do them via tasks. I mean, I can add that. I'll add that because that's the sensible thing. Add manual to-do entries. Oh, sorry. I'm talking about this to-do list over here. I've got a to-do list of stuff that I've got to. Because the thing is, when I say to-do list on Strem, by the way, while it is a to-do list, it's not like your normal to-do list apps where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna put on there, oh, remember to feed the cat at 3 p.m. It's not really meant to be like that. It's more reactionary stuff, like, oh, I've done a clip, I need to go off and do that. It's a reminder. To do's possibly the wrong word, but anyway, right, on Twitch raid. I honestly don't know what variables I'm going to pass in, so we'll leave that for now. We spoke to Tom briefly last night as well. Can you believe it? And he's okay. He's off to Comic-Con with some artwork soon, I think. And as I'm lazy, I'm just going to copy and paste that there, because why rewrite from scratch when you can just copy and paste? On Twitch raid trigger, on Twitch raid trigger data. I tell you what, having shortcuts, having a productive ID, this won't mean much to you, Kirsty, you probably don't care about this, but having a productive ID makes so much difference on how fast you can do things. So I work with people like, oh, I don't use Resharper or Rider and stuff. I use Notepad. Like, what? Why would you do that to yourself? Come on. Go on, right, anyway, this one's going to be... no, it's not that data, it's this data. Alright, so on... raid notification. Yeah, that's... yeah, seems about right. Right, what do we get from that? Does that match that X dot... channel and raid notification? Yeah, okay. So basically now, I just need to set up so that... I've set up the trigger, so that, I mean, literally all I need to do is just set up that. And this is a third-party library, by the way. I didn't write... well, actually, saying that, I did write this bit because I wanted observables. But ultimately, it tells me, oh, you've been raided. And then I just work out what to do with it. But because I'm not the one doing it, it's the end user, I've got to kind of wrap that up nicely for them. So, right, what was the output from that? That is on raid notification args. On raid notification args. Raid args. You know, actually, that can... oh no, we'll keep this raid args. Right, so... I guess we can have a channel bit on this. So let's go back to this bit. So we can have it so that the trigger will only trigger if it's a certain channel. Actually, maybe we should have certain required channels. I mean, Tracy, you could do that in an if statement afterwards. Well, I'm not saying that you do. But it seems a common sort of use case, right? Oh, I've been raided. I'll make OBS play some confetti or something. I mean, if we rewind a bit, right? How do you think your stream elements overlay knows to do things? It hooks into these exact same events. So let's say you wanted to transition from stream elements to something else. You'd be like, oh, or you could even thank them. Yeah, but not everybody does. Not everybody is you, Kirsty. Not everybody goes through stream elements. And something like, if you look at Rolf, he's got something where it automatically says hello to people who joined his channel. I mean, this could be an automatic shout-out thing. On Twitch Raid, wait 5 seconds to make it look like you've manually typed it. Then send a message saying, oh my goodness, thanks for the raid, whatever. And then do a shout-out to them. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. I'm not going to make it auto shout out the raider. You do that via tasks. I'm not sure if you fully are understanding what this thing does. No, it's not the raid there, is it? It's this one. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to put required channel, so you can gate it on a specific channel if you want to. Maybe you want it. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, that'll do on that one. So we can check on that. If well, first of all, if string dot is null or empty dot, because the point of this is I've got to give the ability for the end user, so much like touch pull, I've just got to give them the ability to be able to do whatever they want. So if they want to set up like a shout out on a raid, they can do. If they wanna put a to do to go off and follow that person afterwards, or make a clip of the moment when they got raided, or put a stream marker in or whatever. I just need to give them the ability to do that. If that's not null empty, so they do have a required channel on here, then we need to check if required channel dot equals raydargs dot channel, and we want the lowercase, ordinal lower, ignore case. And it does not equal return false. There you go. We've done the first bit there. That's good, right? I hate when the ID does that, though. I take it all back. I hate IDs. I don't know what your French means. I didn't do French in school. I did German. Ich wohne ins Kino mit dem Hund. I live in the cinema with a dog. So, right, what else was there on here? Raydogs. Oh, wow, look at all this stuff. Look at all this. I mean, to us, I can probably just print this out as variables. I don't really need to care too much about the rest of it. Okay, so that's fine for that bit. That is cool. So populate variables, and I'm just pass in x dot. Actually, I should just pass in x. Why not? Hey! Not much interesting is probably going to be happening here if you came for games. This is not German. Although, I did speak German. True story. I can say something else in German. Wo ist die Apotheker? Where is the chemist? I can say that. You said you don't understand French in French. Wow. Well done, you. What was I doing? Well, I was populating variables. That's got to be an important thing, right? So, oh no, I'm gonna have to populate loads of guff here. Deine Mutter spricht French, du Aff. Did I say that right? I don't even know. I can speak a bit of Welsh. I speak, dwi hoffi rhedeg, yn y traeth, efo cwningen mawr. I like to run on the beach with a big rabbit. Dwi hoffi coffee. You can say that Welsh as well, can't you? You don't need any help with that. Dwi hoffi coffee. There you go, perfect Welsh. I'm fairly. I like all languages. I'm no good at them. I did learn a bit of Japanese as well. But Eigo jin wa karimasu ka? I think that's. Are you English? I think I can't remember. I had to know a bit for when we went to Japan. Japan, like off Street Fighter 2. Japan. The thing is, programming languages, I know loads of them. If they were written languages, I know tons of those things. I can do all the CPPs and the C sharps and stuffs. Right, this one's going to be a raid.channel. Raid.channel, that seems sensible. This is the boring bit, isn't it? When you add these stuff, gonna add variables everywhere. Oh, those silly end users, gotta support them. Dot raid notification. Right, so who raided? Let's find login. Is that the maybe display name? I don't know. One of my best friends in I can't remember what tier of school it was. It was, I think, junior, maybe. One of my best friends in junior school was a kid who came over from the Netherlands, and he just lived here for a few years and then went home. But he had a NES. Because I was well into my gaming, and he had a NES, and I had a NES, but I couldn't play his games on my NES, but he could play my games on his NES. Oh, it was infuriating. Niels, if you're out there, buddy, you were great. It doesn't necessarily tell me variables. I need to go see the Twitch API. Twitch API. So yeah, let's go. I'm just God's sake. There we go. There we go. You know what, let's load up a special window. Oh no, you silly browser. Go get in the bin. Get in the bin. There we go. We'll load up one on here. There we go. We can look at the Twitch API together. Twitch API. No. Twitch API. Oh god, be smaller. Be small, window. Be small. Be small. There we go. Yes, that's the one there. Morning, Mikey. I did see that you were playing Tarkov, but you weren't streaming it, so I thought, well, I'll stream then. That's the predicament now, isn't it? Because all of us are streaming. It's like, oh, I don't want to stream. Someone else is streaming. I'll just watch them. But there was an opening on the runway, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna take off. I'm not even doing anything exciting. I did think, oh, maybe I'll play some more of that the Jedis with the Fallen Order, but then I was like, you know what, that level made me die inside, so I thought, no, I'm not doing that. True story there. Right, what am I looking for? I'm looking for, no, not starting a raid. Although it will be raid related. Raid! Don't know if when the raid begins. Yes, a channel raid. Just give me, oh my god, give me the actual, right, maybe it'll be in the chat. Chat. See, look at how much stuff there is on here. And it's like, you gotta go through so much, like, just wading through mires. Just, come on. Channel, maybe that's... Oh, no. Maybe that's... No. Oh my god. Let me just quickly break into the actual code here. Go to implementation, go to find usages, and that's rubbish because it's telling me on mine. Absolute ball bag. What? Oh, yes. No, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Pringles. It's not happening. It's not happening. We've been over this. And also, to be honest, right, when I found out that Twitch forced you to play ads as an affiliate, I was most certainly off then. I was, oh, actually, I can make that method group. I was like, nope, no. Yeah, he changes. He's like a karma chameleon. Oh, Pringles. Right, I'm gonna say it's gonna be display name. Display name's the person. I'm just gonna roll with that. It might be wrong, but that's what bug things are for, isn't it? Raise a bug if it's wrong. Also, by the way, I just want everybody to know I've completed Cuphead. Feel free to cheer there. And the kids don't want me to on expert mode, and it's super difficult. Right, so I'm making variables. So, for example, when, like, let's say you've got a trigger for on a Twitch chat message, a message comes to you. To be able to do things based on that trigger, like, if person's in friends list or whatever, you need to know, well, who is the person who sent it? And things like that. So, I'm storing variables for you to use downstream, effectively. Again, you use Touchpool. Touchpool has this notion. But you use percentile signs to access them there. Right, so this is raid user name variable. There we go. That'll do. Username. I mean, maybe it shouldn't be display name. Maybe it should be username actually. Login? No. No, it's gonna have to be display name then. It's gonna have to be. you know what, that'll do for now. I think. I mean, I can add more stuff. There's so much guff in here, but oh no, actually, let's get the viewer count that they've brought over, because people might want to know that, right? If greater than 5 people, say thanks. If they're less, then just no. Don't care. If you're not raiding with more than 5 people, what are you doing? Get out of my life. That's not me speaking, by the way. That's a theoretical future user there. Kind of. I'll show you in a minute. Pringles. If you know, if you're a streamer, you know of like Touch Portal and StreamerBot and stuff. They're all good, but I had some hassle with some of them. I was like, you know what? I'll just write my own. I can. So here we are. Raid count variable. Raid count. This would obviously be slightly faster if I wasn't narrating what I was doing, but for the most part, this is fine. This is fine. Have I done right? Yeah, on Twitch raid. On Twitch raid. On Twitch raided? On Twitch raid. That'll do, on Twitch raid. Triggers when a channel is raided. Channel is raided. Right, that one's gonna be that one. Pop that in there to descriptor. And yeah, that seems to be, no, that one there is the variable's name. Done. That seems okay. Oh, we need to make a component for it. But I'll quickly show Pringles. So, and this is on GitHub. It's free. It's open source. Anybody can go clone it, do whatever they want with it. So, yeah. So you got these things called flows, right? So here's one here's one I made earlier. So every 10 minutes. Well, you have as many triggers as you want, like on Twitch message, on mute state change, whatever. Let me delete them because we don't actually need them. Basically on this one, every 10 minutes, it's going to go off and it'll just execute tasks. So on this one, I'm going to send !visit to Kirsty's channel. I mean, I could say it to say every 5 minutes of mine hello or whatever, but you get the point. It's like the other ones. There's triggers here. You can filter the triggers and stuff. And the triggers then run tasks. But one of the cool, like for example, if I go to this one here. So this one here, if I was to press the clipper button in the portal, or somebody did !clip, who was at least the moderator. I mean, you can probably do this right now, because I think this one works. Oh yeah, I had the bug with those things, didn't I? Oh, let's get rid of them. Too many tags there. And let's manually save that. And yeah, look, it shows you the output variables. So you can see like, oh, well, when I do this, I get clip URL and clip edit. And if I look at the output variables of this, there we go. And I can click on them and it copies the variable for me and I can use them elsewhere. Like I've made a clip and it embeds the variable in there and stuff. So anyway, that's basically it. Did I actually just trigger that? Oh, you did. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't see your clip thing because it doesn't come up in Restream. Yeah, there you go. See, you can make clips and stuff, and that's powered by this. So it's just like Touch Portal, whatever. I mean, literally, if I go to Portals, view in browser, there you go. It's literally Touch Portal. I can press a button, I can go make a clip, and it'll go off and make a clip again and stuff. So anyway, that's this basically. And there's to do things. So oh yeah, there you go. There's the clips that you just made there. So I can go, you know what? Let's load the link. And there we go. I can go through and edit the clip and stuff. But I'm not actually gonna. Actually, I'll leave them there because I probably do want to go and delete them later. But anyway, that's the gist of it. There's like to-dos, all the to-dos and your integrations with Twitch and OBS, and there'll be other integrations going forward. Logs where you can see what's been happening, what updates happening, what variables are available, what's been run, and the run state of them all, and the variables. And then settings for like zoom levels and stuff. And the test area, but you don't get the test area because I only get that in debug mode. So yeah, so anyway, that's basically it. That's the gist of that. I've turned the thing back off now. Yeah, clop, nice. I like that. Good attempt. Could you imagine the chaos you would cause if you were a mod? It just wouldn't be worth it. So anyway, we've done the... So for anybody who's a developer who ends up watching this, you have to make some data. There's the data describing the thing that we want. There's the actual do stuff when the thing's triggered. Cool, we understand that. Now I need to make an actual component for it. So let's go into components, triggers, and I'm just gonna copy one of these. Why not? On Twitch, raid. Cool. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But if I was streaming and you were modding in this hypothetical future, I picture that you and Kirsty would be basically the same tier of troll. Where, like, have I told you about the hot tub streaming? Have I told you about that? That was pure chaos. Nobody came out of that one unscathed. So I did an experimental thing where, because I like to mess around and do experimental things on stream, and I made it so like a little window pops up around here, and you can basically spend your points, and you can be like, oh yeah, I want us all to check out Pringles' stream. So you type in, you spend your points, and you get it viewing here. Now, Kirsty being a mod had infinite points, and she just decided to just keep putting up back-to-back hot tub streamers. So there was big lols there. We all had ho 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 ho, big lols. But yeah, we had to take that functionality away. Yeah, in a hot tub. Yeah. No, I didn't. I tell you what though, Pringles, you'll like this. If I find it, oh, where is it? Where is it? Wo ist die, here we go, here we go. Look at this. I thought, you know what? He likes VTubers, doesn't he? Old Pringles face. I'll have a mess around with that. And that's my actual t-shirt. I've got that t-shirt. I'm not wearing it now. But yeah. I was like, yeah. I don't think I'd be expressing my milkies though. I don't think we'd do that here. Well, I have to ascend to the fox dimension. One does not simply become a fox person. But what am I actually doing here? Twitch raid trigger data. Right, okay, so so this one, yeah, this one needs to be a processed input. Find value, and it's gonna be data dot. We've got a channel. Actually, I do want a helper info here. There we go. Well, I can tell you that C#'s come a long way in 8 years. And one of the cool things about this, right? Not only is it open source stuff. Like, look, if you go to where's that browser window that we had gone? Where is it? If we go to here and we go to Strem app, github.com/Strem app. You're on here. It's free and open source. And you see 0 stars. No one actually likes it. No one cares. But like you go here, there's releases. Somewhere there you go. Releases. Things like all the cool stuff that's been done. On all the releases there. And you can if you know C#, you can be like, you know what? I'm gonna clone it. I'm gonna crack it open and do stuff. But if you just want it to be an end user, you just go and download the zip file and plonk it somewhere, and off you go, really. But one of the tricky things is I use PKCE style OAuth, so I don't have any secrets in here. I just have the. So for example, when you do OAuth with Twitch or whatever, you've got the options of like if you're a secure like site where nobody has access to the source apart from business users or whatever, you could physically have like the secrets in your code, but this is classified as an unsecure app because it's running on the client's PC, and technically anybody could decompile this and have a look inside at the code. So the secret isn't contained, but that makes it problematic trying to integrate with certain providers because they want you to have the secret in there. So that's a pain. The target audience is basically me, and anybody who's used TouchPull or StreamerBot or Lorien Board or the other ones. I mean, they all do the same sort of thing, don't they? It's just the problem is almost all of them are closed source or they're paid for. And I don't mind people, like, TouchPull, I paid for that because it was really good. But the thing that annoyed me about TouchPull was I put loads of logic in it, and I could only run the logic while the tablet client was open. And I was like, well, I want if I want a headless stuff to happen. Like those clip commands. I shouldn't need a front end for that. So, yeah. You're gonna do the key secret thingy, aren't you? Let's just fast forward to that one. Right, that'll do. Yeah, it's just required channel. That's it. We don't need any of this other guff. Don't need any other stuff. Trigger on Twitch on raid, and this one can be blurb. Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, I'm mainly making it because I can, and because I got annoyed with there was an issue with StreamerBot because I moved from TouchPull to StreamerBot, and StreamerBot's fine, but there was an issue with it didn't process certain SE Live events, and also the triggers on that are a bit crazy because you can only like when you get a Twitch message, you basically have one handler. And I was like, oh, but then you've got to have like, this massive if thing with concurrent stuff going off. It was all a bit crazy. So, well, no, they didn't ignore me. I mean, TouchPull, another problem I had with TouchPull, right? I've been saying for ages, you need persistent variables. Like, if you make a death count, like, I had a death count on there for Elden Ring. But every time that I turned the app off, it cleared out that variable. I was like, what's the point in that? Just store locally. Well, like, have it so you can have a tick box to say the variable's persisted. And then when the app closes, it just persists the variable and reloads it back in. But it's just been on their to-do list for ages. But the problem is, these are people who do this as a job. You are beholden to their backlog. As this is open source, you could go get the code and go, you know what, I want to make a fork and add that functionality and PR it. What do you mean? No, it doesn't use SQLite. At the moment, it just uses JSON files. But I was looking into using LightDB or something behind the scenes. I've done most of the infrastructure work to be able to make that happen. But as an end user, you don't really need to care where stuff's stored. But it's all like I can show you. Let me close that one. Close that one. Close that one. Yes. So for example, I mean, I could encrypt these as well, but like all the flow stuff stored in big JSON blocks and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, it's just on the file system in roaming, you know, your user profiles. At the moment, it only supports Windows. Technically, there's no reason why it couldn't run on Linux and stuff as well. It's just certain bits of functionality like simulating key presses and doing folder browsers and stuff. They don't work cross-platform. So I've currently, just to get those tasks done, I've just put Windows-only libraries in. But yeah, I don't know. Nobody's probably running it on Linux. But if you can support it, why not? Why not? Why close a door when you can leave it open, eh? That's what someone's always said, I'm sure. Datadot require channel. Right. So if it is, then spit out my channel. Click on raid. the channel, put the date required channel in. Oh, it's fine. The thing is you're not really meant to edit the variables. I mean, you can do via tasks and stuff. And I was thinking maybe I'll add an area where you can manually go in and edit the variables. But, because you can view them. You can go in and view variables, that's fine. But really, most end users shouldn't concern themselves with this thing. For example, right? For example, if you would look on my YouTube, I did a tutorial on how to make a cross-channel death counter. So, for example, you make the death counter once, and whatever category you're using on Twitch, it will automatically kind of partition the death counts per game. So, like, if I had 10 death counts in Elden Ring and then started playing Tarkov, my death counts while in Tarkov would start at 1, for example. So that sort of thing there. As far as you're concerned at the end user, you just go, I just want to increment a variable called deaths, please. And the context is that's something that we have different as well. We have the notion of context for variables. It's optional, but say, for example, if you had a variable called points, and you wanted to say, well, actually, each user has their own points, then you could have a context with that. So you can kind of partition variables while using the same name. Yeah, but it's basically a case of you shouldn't really be concerned about that. And if you are a power user, well, you could just go into the JSON files at the moment. With LightDB though, there's free editors for that. But yeah. You have 10 gil. Well, you know what? You've been here for a while, haven't you? Let's I'm not sure if is that the command? Set points. Yes. Set points. There you go. You have 200 points. I don't have the points one though. I should set that up. On Kirsty's stream, she's actually got a points one. Wait, it goes points. You see the points guy. I love that. That's all I ever redeem. Yeah. Look at that, you add points as well. Poop. Yeah. Anyway, what was I doing? Yeah, I was doing this. Yeah, but look, right, the cool thing is now, so I've added, as you can see in the green bits, I've added that, and that. That's all I've added. I haven't changed anything. I haven't registered anything. And if I run it, it'll go, oh, yeah, there's a new thing. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. Crazy. Yeah, so I go to, let's go to this one. They're red, by the way, because they're disabled, because I can enable and disable them. There you go, on Twitch Raid. And there we go, there's the required channel. Oh, I've put the wrong control on that. What an absolute moron. That should be a processed input, but it shouldn't be in a select. No, it shouldn't be. That's probably wrong there. Okay, let's try that again. Right, so now then, if I try again, on Twitch Raid, plop. There we go. So if I was raided now, that would trigger and it would write eek to the logs. But unfortunately, we can't really test that. But anyway, it would work. I think maybe. The thing is with this Twitch library, I realised that you have to join certain channels. Like if I wanted to be on my channel, it's fine. Like if I was to get raided, it would probably trigger on me. But if I wanted to like subscribe to being raided on Kirsty's channel, for example, as a mod, then I'd have to have joined her channel through a join task on here or something. So oh sorry, right, so there's a few different places. So we've got ambient variables, if you will. So Twitch by default in the background, I'm always checking like as soon as it connects to Twitch, it's going right. Get the username, get the user ID, get the channel title, channel game, whatever, and then check. If I go to logs here, so app data, you can't as an end user hook into these, but the people who make the tasks and triggers can do. So I can hook into them, but you as an end user can't. Usually, as you can see, there's deaths for software and game development there at 5. The transient data is what you can hook into as a user. So all of this stuff here is constantly kept up to date. So there's source items for OBS. You don't really ever need them, but you could look at them. The username, the channel title, channel game, stream viewers and stuff. So you could, like for example, let's say that you wanted to, when the app starts, do a tweet, put the stream thumbnail in there at whatever size you want and stuff. You can do all of that. And OBS as well, like OBS has ambient variables, so you've got the current scene that you're in and source items. But as you go through the flows, as I was saying before, each trigger or whatever will add variables. So you go to out variables and see which out variables are actually available. And for debugging purposes, let's say that you were like, oh, the variables aren't working properly. If I let me just quickly fire off one. Enable that. Reset the trigger. Haha, that's the text to speech. I'm not sure if that came through.
Show me what you got.
Did you hear that? Anyway, yes, let's disable that flow. I don't want that running anymore. But if I then go to output, no, where am I going? Where am I going? Logs. If I go down here now, you can see I need to fix the styling on here because I broke it before. But you can see what happened. You can see, oh right, okay, it did text to speech. There's all the variables that it had in scope at the start. There's all the variables that it had in scope at the end. So yeah, that basically... So if you've got more complex things, you'll see more complex stuff coming out here. But the cool thing is, for example, you know those clips, they automatically make to-dos in here. So at the end of the stream, I can go through and go, oh, what clips have I made? Or, like, I could have it so that mods could add to-dos if they wanted to and things. So, yeah, sorry, I've got the volume turned down now. I can turn the volume up. Yeah, let me turn the volume up to 100 for you. Yeah, blow your ears off. Yeah, but amazing!
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got. I make it see something else as well.
Show me what you got.
Yeah, I didn't finish typing it fast enough. But now it'll go, oh, poopy poop. Or something approximate to that.
Poopy poop.
There we go, poopy poop. So, yeah, let's disable that now. We've had our fun there. Yeah, if only they could access TTS. I wonder why they can't. There must be a reason. There must be a reason. Anyway, so yeah. So, I mean, hey Pringles, you oh no, what's the problem? What's the problem? Oh, what is it? You realised that, oh no, people aren't going to use it because of something. It's alright, we've done that one. Let's do the host one. You know what, actually, I'm going to be a good developer. I'm going to be a good developer and I'm going to commit. So here we go, here's my commit log and stuff, look at that. So I'm going to commit this, because I've renamed OBS v4, which I probably shouldn't have done on this branch, but oh well. And what else did I do? And Twitch raid. Here we go. There you go, bank that. Oh no! Busted! Wasted! Yes, that's been discussed. So what we are doing is, we are getting Lipstick Dreamer to be an affiliate, because she streams now. I highly recommend that you go check her out. You know what? I'll do the SO thing. Once stream, there we go. Streambot should be loaded. Because I was using Streambot before I started making this. So if I do SO Lipstick Dreamer, and look now, watch this now, watch. That's her playing. That's her playing there. That's her. The shout out triggers this. It goes, oh, show the people. Show the people some of Lipstick Dreamer playing. Unfortunately, you can't hear it because I mute the shout out things. But yes. So anyway, there you go. That's Lipstick Dreamer. So yeah. It might solve my problems, but I think it would introduce more problems. So, yeah. I told you this functionality exists, just no one listens to me. I'm like, you can do a shout out for anybody, and they'll show the last clip from them. So do like so let's shout out Rolf. What was Rolf up to last time? Oh, this is his clip. Sorry, it's clips it shows, by the way. The good clips. You see, there's Rolf's little head in the middle. I don't always put his head in the middle. Oh, it's so he hides the game name thing. And oh yeah, look, he's just offed Mez. Oh no, Mez offed him. Poor Rolf. But yeah, anyway, you're 100% correct. I can't yeah, basically. I mean, I can do. It will just basically pull back a random popular clip. I'm not sure if it always pulls back the same one. I can't remember. But like I could do shout out to myself, and it's like, yeah, here we go. What? Oh, this is a great one. This is a great one. There's Rolf breakdancing. He's breakdancing. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's just like, what's wrong? And I'm like, you're breakdancing. And there we go. Slow turn there. We like that one. I didn't really finish this because this is, again, one of my experiments. So I did want to put in some like little text on the top or whatever to say, ooh, showing whatever. But I haven't plugged that in yet. But anyway, see, that's some cool stuff that you can do with these automation tools and things. Well, it's set to play for a period of time. It doesn't play for one clip, unfortunately, because the clip might be like, I don't know, a minute. It assumes a clip is going to be a minute long, but the clip might only be 10 seconds long, and then it just plays another of their clips. But anyway, that's more exposure, right? And exposure means prizes or something. Right, what am I doing next? I'm doing a on host. On Twitch host trigger. So when somebody's being hosted on Twitch host. But all of this is it's like dust building a mountain, isn't it? All this stuff. With enough dust, one can in fact build a mountain. Right, let's just copy and paste this one. I like how the ID is like, this isn't used, bin it. If I go to that, it's like, just remove it. You're not using it. It's like, shut up. You absolute idiot. You pancake masquerading as a thing. It is being used. Right, so that's host. Yeah, so we're going to bypass me needing to be affiliate by getting Kirsty to affiliate. And then once she's affiliate, she can be there doing all the affiliate stuff. And I'll be like, hey, can you test this for me? By that point, she'll probably have forgotten her roots. She'll have forgotten all of us other streamers, and she'll be like, "I'm not helping you out. I've got streams to do. Thanks, streamer man." No, but you see, it's really easy from a serious perspective. From it, it's really easy to just add new stuff. I mean, the Twitch client exposes all this stuff. I'm just wrapping things really. Once you know how to do it, it's pretty simple. Well, technically I'm not going through Twitch because it's a lot harder to get all the Twitch information and plug it all in. I go to a third-party site where I give them the URL and they basically just go off and find a random clip for me. So, yeah. I mean, the metadata might be there for the clip length, but I just play it for a minute. I don't think anybody's really going to care, if I'm honest. I appreciate you're being pedantic. But most people probably won't care. They'll just go, "Wow, wow!" Let's see. Oh my goodness, we've never actually checked this. What's their clips like? Do they have any? Oh, they've got no clips. Oh no! Can't believe you wouldn't have any clips there. You know what, I'm gonna just hide that then. Yeah, hide it if you've got no clips. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's it. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll catch you out. I'll be like, tag it. There's been a murder. If you're not in the UK, you probably won't get that reference. I apologise there. But, yeah. Yeah, I thought you might do. See, it's not clever enough. It doesn't know, oh, you haven't got clips. It just assumes everybody's got clips. And just goes off and plays them. So, yeah. Oh, anyway, what am I doing? When the channel is hosted. Hosted. Actually, is it when a channel is hosted? Technically, the channel's hosting something else. Anyway, let's not get bogged down with that. We can change that. On host. On being hosted. On now hosting? Oh yeah, I've got to have a distinction. On channel hosting. On channel hosted. Hosted. Oh, there we go. We'll do Mikey shout out then. I mean, I think mods can do this as well. So by all means, shout out yourselves constantly if you want to. Yes, here we go. Let's see what Mikey's clip is. Oh, it'll be somebody getting headshotted in Tarkov. Woo! Here we go. Let's have a look. Thanks for the follow, buddy. I don't know why you're following. There's nothing of interest happening here, but thanks for the follow, Chief. Go on, Mikey. What's going to happen on this clip? Oh, there we go. He's just shooting into the wilderness. He thinks he's seen the predator. Over here. Turn around. That's a reference to the original Predator movie, if anybody has ever heard of that or seen it. I hear it was popular once upon a time. So, right, let's do this one on now hosting. This will be on hosting, on Twitch hosting trigger. Hosting, yes. Cool, so that's on triggers when the channel is hosting. There's the distinction. Hosting, like a bee sting. Well, it just picks a random one. Yeah, well, I mean, that's Tarkov for you. I'm not sure what you're expecting. In Tarkov, a good 75% of the game is watching Mikey rifle through his inventory and work out what he needs and what he doesn't need. And then the other 25% is him running around with his scope up shooting things. So, yeah. It's a head clicker game, that one. You find the heads and you click on them. I've never been that good at those sort of games. Right, what time are we on? Oh, I've wasted so much time. It's been fun for me. Oh, I'm using Rider. I've used Visual Studio and stuff before, but I found that I do a lot of Unity stuff, and Rider's got more built-in stuff for Unity. But it's also like like I can click some. I know all the shortcuts, like go and refactor stuff, or insert something, or just fix something. So there's loads of refactor shortcuts, and I find it easy using Rider. But Rider is paid for. Well, I say that I've got an open source license. Thank you, JetBrains. Thank you, kind sir. But normally it would be paid for. Yeah, but I commercially I'm a dev by trade, so my day-to-day job is I'm a contract developer. So I generally use Rider most of the time, but some clients prefer me to use Visual Studio. I'm not sure why. They're like, oh no, it's like one of those old wives' tales. If he uses a different IDE, something could go wrong. But spoilers, it won't. But yeah. Right, host channel, host. You know what, I'll keep the variable names the same between hosting and hosted, I think. I don't need host count. So channel. No, maybe it would make more sense to be hosting channel. Hosted channel, hosted. Oh god, I'm confused now. Oh my god, my brain's falling apart. Anything could go wrong. You're right there. Anyway, let me get into the actual doing of things here. Right, so on now hosting, does it meet the criteria? Yeah, and that's gonna need to be that one. So let's. And I apologize to anybody who's like you're just flicking around quickly. I'm using shortcut slots like control and if I hold control. You see how it goes to that one. If I hold control and do it, so I can click into things and be like, oh, what's the actual type of that? And then control tab takes me back. So it's really helpful knowing those shortcuts if you're actually gonna be actually trying to do real development. It's handy knowing those things. And luckily, I'm just gonna call that args as well. To be honest, the other one should probably be args. Now that I'm thinking about it, Which one was it? It was Raid, that one. There we go. But these one of the main things that annoys me is when you speak to people who are like, oh, I use Vim, or I use Notepad++ or VS Code and stuff, and it's like, well, that's cool. I mean, go do whatever you're happy with. But whenever you say, oh, but how do you manage to refactor stuff? Like, oh, I just copy and paste, or I do like a Control-Shift-Find and replace. No, sorry, Control-Shift-H. I do a find and replace everywhere. And you're like, but that's not refactoring, really. That's like, stuff could go wrong there. This is like, if I press F2 there, that's a contextual refactor. And that's why IDs are generally better. Thanks for coming to my TED talk there. Well, I'm sure that you've used Blender before, right? Blender enters the chat there. It's like, you want to use Blender? You better know the shortcuts, son. Hey, son. You better learn them shortcuts, son. Because Blender is horrific if you do not know shortcuts. It's like on that, if you accidentally press the wrong shortcut, you might just completely destroy your scene. That's how like militant the shortcuts are in that one. On this, it's like, yeah, use the shortcuts if you want. You know, I mean, you can just go over to these things as well and go, oh, what are you on about? Like, oh, what's this one on? What do I need to do to fix it? What's happening? But once you know the shortcuts, it's a bit easier. Oh, actually, yeah, do that. Woo! Is that no? Actually, no, maybe not. I can't even. That's a good. I like the can't even one. That's one of my favorites. I use that a lot. Right. So on hosting, yes. We've met the criteria. Yes. Populate the variables. That's gonna want to be one of those now. That makes sense. And that should be args. So what have we got in here? Hosted channel. Yeah, so I guess it's hosting channel. Hosted channel. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of. And so I'll do the hosted one after this as well, because they'll basically be the same, just the other way around. Hosted channel. There we go. Job's done. Yeah, I've used right. So yes, I have used React before. I've done a few contracts with React. I personally don't like React. So to give some context as to that, back when, if anybody remembers Knockout.js, when that first came out, that was amazeballs. It was like, wow, I can actually do useful front end development, and the world was a different place, and everybody rejoiced. And there was parties in the streets. And then we had Angular. Well, Angular 1 and Knockout were kind of the same sort of time. They do remember it, Pringles. I remember it fondly. And, true story, if you were to look on the Knockout.js wiki, I'm not sure if it's still up to date now or whatever, but at one point in time, I held about 60 to 75% of the plugins in there. I got quite a few contracts off that, actually. Anyway, yeah, I really liked the MVVM style of doing front-end stuff, and it was brilliant. Although I didn't like the observable forced bit. Anyway, fast forward a few years. Knockout.js isn't used anymore. We've got Vue, we've got React, we've got Angular, Svelte, whatever. I like Vue, very much like Vue. I've done some projects in that. Open source ones and commercial ones. Angular's okay, but it's a bit verbose. It's a bit like, oh, you've I know, it's like trying to learn to play a piano classically versus just improvising. You're forced to do a lot of stuff. And then you got React. Now, React is great, but it's functional in nature, and they don't really tell you that. They're like, oh yeah, you're just making front end code. And ironically, given its name is React, it's not very reactive. Like, if I want to react to a variable changeable, I've got to plumb all the JSE DOM events and stuff, and that really annoys me. So I have used React, and I also don't really like the whole Redux Fluxy sort of mechanism. I mean, I get what it does, and it's good. But oh my god, it just creates so much boilerplate. Oh my god, I just want to die inside when I do it. MobX is okay though, because that kind of does reactive streams and things. And so you've opened Pandora's box here on React stuff. Anyway, in terms of Blazor, Blazor's okay. It's quite good, but I wouldn't really use it for making websites at the moment. Although that being said, where's my my window I had open? I did make it for Oh, what's the Open RPG? So Open RPG is one of the other open source things I've got on here. For making like RPG games and stuff. So if I go to the actually, if I go to the main one, it should be linked off there. So where's the thingy one? Demos web, I think. Right, so this is Blazor. This. But the reason I did this in Blazor was because the library's in C#, and I wanted to kind of show the C# stuff working without having to, like, if you imagine, I was going to have to port the whole library over to JS just to use Vue or something. I was like, oh, I can't be bothered with that. So, yeah, I thought, you know what, I'll just do it in C#. So, yeah, so all this is Blazor and stuff, and there's some quite cool stuff in it. I'm not sure if it all works, because I haven't checked out it for ages. But yeah, look at this. This is AI. Look at this. Like, oh, I'll change the variables, and then the advice will change and stuff using utility AI and things. Yeah, so that's all Blazor, and also, just one more thing. If I hop back to the editor for this I did in Blazor as well, but that was mainly because, again, I thought I want an editor for it, but at the same time, I don't have to rewrite the whole thing. I know you could use WASM, and you do WASM like C# to JS and stuff, but with WASM, you don't really expose stuff. Yeah, well, C# to my... So, you know, people, like, these days, there's a big surge in people going, oh, learn Python. It's a great language. Yeah, we love snakes. And then some people show you some Harry Potter memes about parcel tongues and stuff. But I don't really see the merit. Well, I mean, look, if you don't know a programming language and you're learning a language, sure, learn Python. There's nothing against that, right? If you learn a programming language, learn whatever you want. But in terms of practicality and usefulness, learning something like C# or JavaScript will open so many doors. It's untrue. Like, there are Python jobs, yeah, cool. But for, like, the majority of jobs with Python will be in ML, like AI stuff. You'll get some people who use Django for... Is that a silent D on that? Django? I don't know. But you'll get some people using, like, the web frameworky things. But generally speaking, most people doing web stuff is going to be either Java, JS in Node or whatever, or C# these days. And if you look at the Java language and compare that with C#, because they are very similar. C# was literally Microsoft ripping off Java. C#'s come a long, long way. Yeah, data science, exactly, ML and AI stuff. So personally, I really like C#. And to put some context into that as well, I've been doing development commercially for about 15 to 20 years, I think. I don't know. It's been over a decade anyway. And like I started with PHP and out of university. I did C++ in university mainly. But I got a job doing PHP, and then I did some VB.NET on like PDA applications, and then I did Java, and then some C#, and then more Java and Ruby, and I've done loads of different languages, and they've all got their strengths and weaknesses and stuff. I even always took a job doing Python once, but yeah, out of all of them, I'm much like if somebody was to say to me, what language would you use if you could? And I'd be like, I really like C# and I really like TypeScript, because TypeScript gets rid of a load of the nastiness of JavaScript. But yeah, well, C++ is a useful one, and Java's very useful. And yeah, as Kirsty said there, that's Lipstick Dream, by the way. We are real life friends. So I just called Kirsty. But yeah, I mean, best of luck in your studies. If you've got any questions like about development, we've got a Discord server with dev channels. Feel free to hop in there and ask questions. God, if Tudge was here, he asks so many questions. He's like, oh, I'm going to be a dev one day. And he's a UX designer. And he threatens to do development and game dev work. And oh my God, like, don't do it, Tudge. Don't do it. Oh, go on, tell me. What is it? What's the most cursed language? What was I actually doing here? Oh yeah, I was doing the hosting thing, wasn't I? Yeah, I've done that one. Put that one there. Plop. Done. Right, let me just build and stuff. Query? Is that even a language? Do you mean like SQL? Or is it SQL or SQL? Oh my goodness. Let the battle commence. I don't mind SQL. It's okay. I'll tell you what, if you compare like SQL to the MongoDB style queries, SQL makes a lot more sense to me. Like you try to query stuff in Mongo and it's like, what is actually going on? Yeah, well, maybe they were, but it makes some syntactic sense. One of the craziest things, absolutely mind-boggling, is so JavaScript, right, is so like prominent these days. And the language itself was made in like a weekend by a guy. They just had to shoehorn something in for Netscape, and they're like, oh, just let whatever his name is make that in a weekend. And they made JavaScript, and literally the internet runs on JavaScript now, and it was written by a guy in like 3 nights. Like, oh, at some point, surely somebody must have thought, you know what, maybe we should just fix it. But they didn't. That's why TypeScript's good. They've kind of fixed some of the stuff there. But it starts to compile down to JavaScript, doesn't it? Ugh. So what are you thinking of doing with your C# experience, Sally? Are you into, like, is it going to be for work? Do you make games? Oh, I need to do the component for that, don't I? You know what, actually, let's do the other bit, the hosted side of this. On Twitch hosted. To do that one, that's hosting, isn't it? I haven't really mentioned this because I'm not really doing a developer talk through on this thing, because I did that on one of the other streams, but these trigger codes are actually used to bind things together. So like the task and the data both have the same code. That's how it knows when it serializes and deserializes what it's linking to. Hosting, hosted, yes, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. Move that over. Oh, so you're at university at the moment doing an OP. Sorry, I missed it. So I thought it was like you were just supplementing your knowledge with OP. Because quite a few people actually these days do. Like I've worked with quite a few web devs who the only reason they've got into a job doing web development is because they've done a boot camp on React or Vue or whatever, and it's netted them a job. And quite a few people do that these days. It's amazing that you can get a really good education for programming or pretty much anything these days, just off free courses online, off like YouTube, and as long as you know what you're looking for, even Udemy and stuff like that, they do loads of good courses. Considering how expensive it is for like proper education on like anything, it's a really good option. Right, it's that one I need to copy now. I could copy the file, but I don't know why. Maybe I'm superstitious or something. But I always mainly just copy the content. Because it's going to keep the namespace anyway. Hosted. And I've got to make sure the interface is matching. So the constructor matches. Wait, there's loads of them. I haven't used any of them, so I can't really have any opinion on them. But they're all really good things. And to us, the more people who like understand how to develop. If you go back like 30 years or whatever, you didn't really need to know development. I mean, these days you don't really need to know development, but it's so handy, like knowing, oh, I can look at a web page. Like I can open up any web page. And where was the thing I'd open? I can go on this now and go, you know what, let's actually see what's... I know what I'm about, son. Give me the dev tools. You look at all this, you're like, oh, what's going on? Like, you know, sometimes when you load up a website and it pops up a modal saying, oh, you need to subscribe and pay as many... Sometimes you can just go in and be like, you know what, I'm just going to delete stuff. Just keep deleting stuff from the DOM. There we go. And you're like, oh, I've deleted the overlay now. But knowing like for websites and just general like, just general data existence, given how ingrained computers are in our lives, it's really useful knowing a bit of development, I think. It also helps you approach certain problems slightly differently as well. But I'm a bit of a dunce, so I wouldn't take my word for that. This is the hosted one, isn't it? Hosted. Well, I've never used MATLAB, although I did write a what's it called? Draft down. I'm not sure if I've still got the domain. Have I still got the domain? Yes. So I made a markdown editor, which did, look at that, the latexy stuff. And it makes no sense to me what's going on there. And I don't understand half of this. They always say, oh, you need to know math to be a programmer. I am awful at math. I think I got a C in my GCSE math. And I know basic multiple, like, vector stuff, because I need to know that for game dev. But outside of that, not a clue. Yeah, I remember doing the MATLAB stuff. Well, not MATLAB. The latex stuff was crazy. Right. Hosted. Did. What was the other one? Is that hosting now? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Hosting. Yes, hosting. Hosted. Yes. Okay. So now, hosting. Oh, it's the same arguments. Oh, happy days. We've done that for free then. You need a mind to lose just for the record. You talk about the game. If you talk about the game, yeah, I've just lost, and I haven't thought about that for years. I was winning at the game for years, but no, I've not. And if you don't know what the game is, then don't. You can never win the game if you know what the game is. That's how they get you. Right. Anyway, I want to do. We'll copy that one on Twitch hosting. Oh, Pringles! I've got a Steam Deck now. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Have you got one? They're pretty good. Hosting. Am I doing? Yeah, I'm doing. I can't. My brain's falling apart trying to remember if I'm doing hosting or hosted. Yes, that's fine. That can be the same. On hosting channel. Yes. I just copy and paste that. There we go. No, you silly monkey. It's that one. Hosted. Yes, that should be right. If I load that now, hopefully those will be available. Yeah, it's arrived. It's to the left of me. I got it a month ago or so. So I installed loads of stuff in it, and then I haven't had a chance to play it because I just started this project, and I was playing a 3DS game whenever I had time with the kids, like when they'd both be playing something. I'm like, oh, I've got 5 minutes myself. I'd just be playing something on the 3DS. So I haven't really played it much, but I did play Elden Ring briefly on it, and it was pretty smooth. And I played some Wargroove, and that was okay. Well, yeah, I mean the thing is with the Steam Deck, because you can just one game changer for me is I can just turn the power button off on it, and it'll keep my game state. Like I could be halfway through a battle in Dark Souls, turn the power off, come back 10 minutes later or half an hour later, turn it back on, and boom, I'm back in. And that's really cool being able to just, because that's what I like about the 3DS. I just close the lid and resume whenever I want. So, oh, did I load it? I loaded it. Where is it? There it is. Right. Okay. So we added, what was the bits we've added on Twitch hosting? Why is there no on Twitch hosted though? Oh, I probably did a silly there. Probably did a silly. Yeah, I didn't map that one over. One thing that I am really struggling with on this project now, though, is because I've been, obviously my time is slightly limited on doing this stuff. So whenever I am doing stuff on this, I'm dedicating it to making new features rather than adding to the unit tests and things. There we go. On hosted, on hosting. Oh, this raises an interesting conundrum here, though. Oh, no, that's fine, because it can only do one at a time. I was going to say, they're both outputting the same variables. But, It doesn't matter though, because only one trigger ever gets executed per run, so that's fine. That's fine. Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh no, it was for you. They followed you, did they? Ugh. Oh, actually, we need you to get what's it called? I was gonna say apprentice. That's not the name of it. What's the thing? Affiliate. There we go. Yeah. Right. Let me just tick those off my to-do list. So I've done raid. I've done host. I've done hosting. Right. I need to do the joining stuff. That's it. Maybe it's a shout. You know what, Mike? Let's give you another shout out. Let's see if you can. Let's see if we get something other than looking down a scope. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is a good one. I remember him and Kate doing this. Well, I'm not sure if it was this specific one, but this is it's some game where you make your own vehicles and you try and rescue people. And they didn't rescue anybody there. They just kind of plopped themselves in the ocean. Poor Mikey and Kate, just stranded. Stormfront or something? I can't remember. Oh, we'll see you later, Pringles. You can have some Pringles. I'm not sure if that's classed as cannibalism, but enjoy that, buddy. No, I gotta commit that stuff as well. One other thing to mention as well, Sally, if you're still here, is source control is a super important thing, and they never really, I don't know if they teach it now, but they never used to teach this really. And it's really important to know about how to branch your stuff and do other things. So if you ever do a course on Git, because I don't think they're going to teach you SVN or anything these days, that's probably going to be quite useful. Stormworks, that's the one. Yeah, I quite enjoyed watching you play that one. Right, what was I? Oh, I'm committing the hosting thing. Hosted Twitch. And the cool thing is as well with all this, because I've automated the release cycle, as long as I do a tag on the source control, I can make a new release automatically. So I can push out these changes quite soon. Right, what was next on there? On gift sub. Okay, let's have a look for that one. I haven't got one for that, have I? No. So really, it's probably gonna be like this one, I imagine. Because I'm trying to think of things that realistically other people would use. Because I wouldn't use these. Obviously, I refuse to go affiliate, so I'm not gonna get a gift sub. But real people might actually want that. So I've got to think what do they need? What do they want? Yeah, it's that one there I need to copy. Oh, I'm living dangerously now. One of the other reasons I've just remembered why I don't copy and paste the file is because it doesn't change the class name. So I've still got a rubbish class name in there which I have to change anyway, so it's double the work. I'm not sure if Rolf saw Mez's message, by the way, but he was hoping that Rolf would come on and play Phasmophobia tonight. I'm not sure if he will. Maybe he'll be asleep by then, but he was asking. On Twitch, watch, gift, sub. On sub gift? No, gift sub makes more sense. Right. Well, does gift sub trigger data? No. There we go. So bind those ones there, bind that to that, do that bit there. Constructor there, it is. Now we can move it over. I still need to finish Murder House. I started that and I got about 3/4 of the way through it, I think, after spending probably about 2 hours of the game just wandering in circles, wondering where to go. And yeah, I've never finished that. I should probably finish that at some point. That's the really, really crazy game, though. Right, so on gifted subscription, thank goodness. Because a lot of this, I'm not sure if Twitch actually exposed some of this stuff. I'm assuming it does. Right, what's the thing for that? There we go. Actually, I should probably have an on-sub one as well. Yeah, that'd be useful, wouldn't it? That's another problem as well going forward is from a UX perspective, or a design perspective maybe, there will be so many triggers and tasks. How do you make it more user-friendly? I was thinking maybe having sub-menus, because I think you can do that with Bulma. So I thought maybe I'll do that. And then that way I can kind of have them all constrained and you expand or filter. But I don't know, that's something in the back of my mind I have to think about. Right, so... No, that one, there. So if there's a required channel, yes, make sure the channel matches. Okay, cool. Because there's nothing stopping you here as well, with the way it's been designed, that you could technically, if you're a mod for several other channels, you could have a notification pop up on your system when one of your friends' channels has been raided or whatever. And you could send a message to them saying like, oh, congrats, or whatever, without even being in their channel. So it allows you to do stuff like moddy things without having to be in the channel or worrying about it. Because that's what the problem is, isn't it? If you're streaming and stuff happens, you're like, oh, I've got to stop what I'm doing here and go off and type something elsewhere. Oh no, what a shame. Well, you can't truly kill Pokemon though, can you? Let's be honest there. He's just got to go take him down to the Poker Stop place. Is it called Poker Stop? I can't remember what they're called. The first aid centers. On Twitch gift sub. And then. So what other data do we have on the ARGs? Because for some of this, so for example, when you're doing a trigger, you might want to constrain, like you might have multiple triggers for the same thing on different flows, but you constrain them differently. So for example, you might have some people who constantly go off and gift subs, and you want to shout out to them, but you then might find that, well, actually, but if it's somebody who doesn't often gift sub, you want to do something special for them. So, kind of, on the trigger level, you might want to say to the trigger, well, hey, maybe you want to constrain it so that it will only run this flow if the username's in a group that you've already got or something. Really? I'm like, right now, I'm not sure if you need to really know this stuff. No, I'm not going to bother putting any more constraints to that. I can add to this anyway whenever I want, really, so it doesn't matter too much if I don't add the functionality in now. Populate variables. Right, there's going to be quite a few variables here, I imagine. So... no, that's still going to be... Oh. So gift sub channel, yes. Actually, there's going to be two users, isn't there? There's going to be the person who's bought the sub and the person who's been given the sub, I imagine. Sub purchaser? Are you a purchaser of a sub? Gift? Are you buyer? Well, purchaser sounds more... We can think of a better name for that in a bit. And... gift sub... What's the name of the person who gets the thing? Oh god, my brain is not working today. I haven't had lunch either. Well, it's like... I might just wait for tea, actually. I had breakfast, and then... because I had to get out early with the kids. Gifter! Yes, gifter! And receiver, giftee. I always, yeah. Is it I before E except after C? Yeah, that's gift sub receiver variable. Gifter. Okay, so gift.channel, gift dot. And again, if you were making your own tasks or triggers, you name these whatever you want. They're just basically for what the users would put in when they want to call back the things. But I try and like put it slightly contextual here. They're constrained within Twitch variables anyway, so these are kind of implicitly Twitch variables because of the context. But this is the gift sort of thing. Gifter name. Before we accept after C, receiver name. Actually, to be honest, yeah, I don't really need the name there, do I? Yeah, well, that's the thing, because when I do put YouTube integration in or whatever, you'll potentially have. That's why you might end up having multiple triggers, like one for, let's say, let's just talk about subscriptions. You might have one for a sub on YouTube and one for a sub on Twitch, but they would both trigger the same flow to say thank you or something. Although saying that, Twitch subs are actually paid for, whereas YouTube subs aren't. Does YouTube have some sort of like paid for sub system? I imagine that's all under YouTube Prime, or whatever it's called. YouTube Prime? No, that's Twitch Prime, isn't it? Amazon Prime? I don't know. I'm just gonna shut up now. So that's gonna be arg dot. Recipient ID, recipient display name. That's what we want. So that's actually gonna be down here on this one. And this one's probably going to be display name for the actual person who bought it. Okay. Period. Is there a period one? Months, yes. Months. No. Gift months. Oh, there's also tiers, isn't there? Gifts months. Variable, and there's also a tier one. I hope it exposes these things. I'm there writing this down, but this one's going to be the month, yes, and this one's going to be the tier. Oh, maybe it's subplan. Yes, that seems right. Yes. Two string though. Two string. Right, okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, well technically there's more by the looks of it. There's Prime as well. Prime in 3 tiers. That's pretty much it for that then, I think. Is there anything else I'd want to expose? Is Turbo still a thing? Twitch Turbo? Oh, actually, you probably going to want the sub plan name as well. Because some people call them special things, don't they? Like, Bike Club or whatever. Tier name. Oh, no, you stupid gibbon. Duplicate that and then... Message subplan name. There we go. Well, that was easy enough, I think. Kind of. Oh, is it? It's just a tier 1. A tier 1 of a different name. Right. Let's make the component for that one then. As you can see, I've only made the data and the thing. But the cool thing is, like, let's say in the future, people actually use this and they go, oh, we want to be able to constrain on different stuff. Well, that's fine. I can just go in and edit the trigger data. Well, anybody can. That's the whole joy of open source, isn't it? Everybody can come and do that. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's pull request is going to get accepted. But there's the potential for it. Gift sub trigger. And as I mentioned before, I'm not doing any unit tests first. I do have unit tests, but I'm not adding to them because it takes a lot of time and it's fairly boring. So I'll do that another time once the actual stuff's functional. Data. That's pretty much the same. Trigger on gift sub. Or channel. Yes. Okay. Let's have a quick look at that one. See if it's working. Yeah, I'll probably go for lunch a bit. We'll stop streaming at least, because the kids will be back in about half an hour, I think. I can go cry in a corner and mentally prepare myself. What was I gonna... Yeah, that was what I was gonna do. I was gonna test the thing, wasn't I? And again, as Pringles pointed out, I can't actually test any of these because I refuse to go affiliate. So, but there's the oh, there's more than that. There's more than that. I've done a silly. So those things that you saw that actually get populated from here. So it's in there twice. That doesn't sound right. Well, there's a bug there. Sorted that one. Yeah, that's fine. Right, okay, so on this one here, I've just missed the other ones. So I'm going to need that one there. Receiver, months. And the reason why I've got this 2 descriptor bit at the end, for anybody who's wondering, is because the variable entry basically defines what the variable, the name and the context is. But the descriptor actually adds some other metadata, like is it a mandatory variable? Like sometimes variables might not actually always be spat out depending on certain specifications. So yeah, it allows us to kind of differentiate on that. Although at the moment everything's manual, mandatory even. Yeah. That should be it. And I might commit that up and have a push out on that. I don't know. I've got like half an hour left, I think. Should I put in a game or something? I'm not sure if I can be bothered, actually. I don't even know what to play. Have you seen Cuphead, Mikey? I don't think you'd like Cuphead, but it's quite a fun little game. It's like Dark Souls, but straight up to the bosses, with cute little Cuphead people. There we go. So there's all the stuff there. As I said before, I can click on that and I can paste it in there, and it goes, "Oh yeah, it's the gift thing you want." So that's handy. But yeah, these are gonna get out of hand. I might put like a little thing so these can expand and contract. Because at the moment, look how low down it goes. I mean, you can just like you can search on there to constrain it more, but I don't know who actually does that. Yeah. Oh, right. WebSocket should be... Well, it depends on which version you're on. If you're on one of the newer ones, you should be able to use 4.9 point whatever or 5. The problem is there's no libraries which have actually transitioned over to 5 yet. That's why internally I've got this down as a OBS V4. Because ideally at some point I need to enable the V5 one, but the C# library I use for the OBS integration, it's a bit painful anyway. I'm using some guy's fork of it, but the V5 fork, well, the V5 original repo doesn't support V5 yet. So anyway, long story short, I currently can't support V5, and most of the other apps I think are only just starting to add a V5 support. But anyway, that's done. Let's commit that one up as well. Added Twitch gift. Twitch gift. I can't spell gift. Okay. Make sure I haven't actually broken anything before I go and make a release off this. That's another cool thing about IDs and stuff. Like, I can just right click on things. Just run the unit test, please. Done. Cool. Let's push that up. Oh no, because this branch was going to be for Twitch channels as well. Or maybe I'll do that later. Well, I think I might just call it here, you know. I've got some stuff done. It's been emotional. And we got to see Pringles, which was good. And you know what, Mike? I'm gonna give you another shout out. I wish I had a button, so you just press the button instead. Let's see what you're doing now. Oh, it's a new one. It's a new one with a sniper rifle. Yeah, are you gonna be on tonight? Streaming? Hopefully, we're gonna be playing Phasmophobia. Hopefully, but I'm not sure if that'll happen. We're still contractually obliged to play Borderlands 3. Oh, this was us playing Worms, wasn't it? Oh, it's gone now. But yeah, I remember playing Worms. That was good. Well, I'll be lurking anyway. Show my indirect support. Anyway, it's been fun, people. Hopefully that was fun in some bizarre way for people watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.